Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest trapping video. Today we'll be showcasing some clips from my basically Griffon Siege Rally Trap. So this is the account I'll be turning into the Griffon solo trap, but currently I had too many troops, so I actually have to get rid of troops. And what's the best way to get rid of troops is to rally trap, because you will take losses on rally traps pretty much every single time if they have Pack 5 familiars. If you're lucky and the leader is not a great leader and they don't have Pack 5 familiars, you probably won't take any losses as long as you counter, and if you get countered you lose 3 or 4 million troops, so it's a good way to get rid of troops as well. So today we'll be doing some Griffon rally trapping on the account, so you get to see the comp and everything. I have built all the siege, all the siege on this account has been built. By the way, if you guys like these videos, hit the thumbs up, really helps out the channel, and I will have some question of the day later on, so stay tuned for that. So again, this is on the Unusual Duck account. It does have some blasts. If you haven't seen the account overview, I did an account review on all my accounts, and this was one of them I did, so you can go check that out. I think it might have been literally the previous video to this one, so go check that out if you want to see everything on this account. It does have some quite good gear. It doesn't have the best mix set, so taking rallies on this account, it's a little bit more difficult. If I had what's called a range blast on this, I could probably just do 3 different blast sets and try and take the rallies in full counter and blast set gear, but unfortunately I don't have a range blast set on this account, so I just have infantry and cav, so that's kind of how I'm set up. So any cav blasts I'm a little bit weak against, so you will get to see that during this video, that when I take a cav blast, I'm a little bit weaker than it, let's say if it was an infantry or a range blast. So anyways, it looks like one of our guildmates also has a rally start on him from a totally different guild, so that's completely random. I don't think they're related to this guild at all, but they started a rally on another guildmate who's literally just sitting there without a shield, I think. So Wheat Dump is also getting rallied, so we'll probably get to see that a little bit later. So they're about 50 seconds away. So when you're doing the Griffon rally trap, the one thing you got to worry about is getting your troops back on time, because currently I am not running an anti, so they will see all my troops and all that stuff. What they don't see is I'm hiding 6 marches on people's castles, so they think I'm much weaker than I am, but obviously when I do the Griffon, I will pull back a bunch of tier 4 troops. On my tier 5 Griffon rally trap, I pull back tier 5. On this account, I'm going to be pulling back tier 4 troops to try and cap them. So I got about 20 seconds left. So what I'm doing at this time is just getting ready to Griffon. When the rally starts, the thing I gotta do, I gotta Griffon, I gotta switch my gear, I gotta counter, and I gotta throw on the ante. So I can do all 4 of those things, and hopefully my troops get back in time. If they do carpet, I am completely screwed because I do not have enough time to do all those. So here comes the Griffon. If they carpet, they might actually hit me before that. It doesn't look like they're carpeting that right now, so I'm gonna counter, and then I'm gonna throw in my gear. And then what I gotta do is actually port away, because they probably, since they didn't carpet, it's been walking for quite a bit of time, so I have to actually random away here and eat all the troops. So anyways, that's what I did there. I'm gonna switch back to my construction gear. I'm a little bit slow on that, but it's totally fine. I wasn't expecting a follow-up rally after all that, but it looks like I had about 16.8 mil troops. Keep in mind, 4 million of those are siege, so you get to see my comp right now. So I got 1.7 million tier 4 siege, and I got 2.6 million tier 2 siege. The rally hit my front line, which was range, did about 600k to that. Again, if it was another attack, it might have did a little bit less, but since range is my weakest, don't have much range stats. I have like 350% range in mix on this account, where I have close to the 500 infantry and cav when I'm in mix sets, so that kind of tells you all that. But anyways, I was able to cap that pretty easily. Didn't take very many losses, so that means I do got to take a bunch more rallies to get rid of these troops, so you get to see a couple more of those. I'm going to port back, or not port back, I'm going to port over to Wheat Dump, because he needs reinforcements right now. Obviously, I'm not worried about going to Fury, because I do have a full rally trap comp. I can obviously take a rally, so if they want to rally me, that's totally fine. I was going to send a mix, but he got online and was asking for tier 4 infantry, so obviously going to switch to that. I'm going to pause the video right now. I want you guys to pause the video and tell me what I'm doing wrong right now and what might go wrong during this rally for me. So just let me know in the comments down below what you think I'm talking about. So what will be going wrong when this rally from Hun hits wheat dump. You've been seeing everything that's going on right now. Just let me know what's going to go wrong for me. Just let me know. Anyways, I'm going to start the video again. Let's get back into it. So wheat dump is getting rallied. He did get on lines, which is good. So that means he's going to get on there. So I'm going to start my heal here. So again, let me know what's going to go wrong for me during this rally that's about to hit me, or not hit me, but hit him. So yeah, again. We'll take a look at the leader here. The guy does have decent castle stars, 17, probably has some decent gear. The guy who hit me, I think, had full mythic gear, but we'll take a look right now. Actually, let's look at the report quite quickly here. I'm going to save it before I end up deleting it. So yeah, you can see it was a full rally. He had full mythic cav gear. I would say it's over 800% based on stars and the gear there. He does have double pack 5 familiars. So the pack 5 familiars did hit me. It did about 300k to my back line and about, what was it, like 600 something k to my front line. Obviously I got a max wall on this account as well. It was a wall trap at one point. So when I'm doing the Griffin rally trapping, I will be throwing a bunch of wall defense jewels in there as well, just to kind of slow down their attack before they get to my siege. So when I get to the siege solo trap, I'll have some videos on that, but obviously I got to show you the videos of me getting rid of my troops first, because I do got to get rid of basically all my tier 2. Going to keep a little bit of my tier 4. What I'm going to do there is basically just have a couple tier 4s up front line, not too much so it doesn't scare people off from soloing me, and then have the rest just in castles and griffin it back if I definitely need it or desperately need it. Anyways, they're going to be coming in here. I'm going to scout him, see what his comp is and see that. He is going cav, it looks like. So looking here, boom, let's see what happened, and we failed. So unfortunately did not cap. There's a 1600 walk back. It was really close. Hate to see that, but yeah. It looks like, oh, he didn't counter. He went, he stayed in his infantry front line, took the full counter. So I'm like, yeah, so unfortunately for me, I forgot to heal. So yeah, that was the thing I was telling you guys in the comments below. Yeah, I went to heal and then didn't actually hit the full heal button, so my 100k reinforcements I gave him ended up in my sanctuary. Well, at least, what was it, like 80% of them or something ended up there. But yeah, that was kind of unfortunate. So I ended up losing like 30k tier 4 because of that, or 30 something k, yeah, 32k or something tier 4 from that hit. But again, not the worst thing, because I do got to get rid of some of my tier 4 as well. I can't have that much tier 4 on it because I can't hide that much tier 4. I can only hide about 2 million, so I can keep around, let's say 2.6 million, because I'll keep about 600k in my base, so when people try to solo me, I have a front line, because siege will stop attacking if the troops actually get to the siege. So we're going to move on to the next clip. I'm going to be doing another Griffin rally trap, not Griffin solo trap, but Griffin rally trap. So it looks like the same guild who just rallied that guy are back at it. This is a different day, by the way, if you guys are wondering. It wasn't like right after, but I did set up the Griffin rally trap again. I don't know how much I'm showing. I'm showing probably like 300k of each tier 4, or maybe 400k of each tier 4, and then obviously my front line with my siege. They will see that I have 4 million siege, so they probably think I'm the biggest noob ever, because like who builds 4 million siege on a rally trap? That's literally a quarter of my troops right now. So actually might be more than a quarter of my troops, or just a little bit over, like maybe like 30% of my troops right now are literally just siege. I got 1.7 million tier 4 siege, and I am showing the tier 4 siege. I'm not hiding the siege, because again, siege are not going to scare people away like other troops would, so don't really have to hide them. Again, I'm trying to get people to solo me with that many troops, so we'll see how it goes when it actually happens. But yeah, I'm not actually sure how that's going to work. I do have good siege blast gear. It is over 500%. Obviously, I'm not taking the rallies and siege gear because I have more of the other troops right. Again, siege is only a quarter of my troops here, where when I'm solo trapping, it's literally going to be like 90% of my troops. So I will have siege gear on for the solo trapping. For the rally trapping, I'm having like basically 505 gear on, just infantry cav gear. So anyways, so they'll be coming in quite soon. I know this guy went siege, or not siege, cav last time against the previous person, that wheat dump there, so I'm assuming he's going cav again, so I'll probably be going range frontline again as well. So it looks like they canceled the first time. They're getting, I guess they weren't very good at filling, because I think they had a problem with that on the wheat dump one too. They're having a hard time, but it's fine. I didn't pull back my troops or anything like that, so they can still rally me again or reset. So I'm kind of waiting there. I was like, hopefully they will reset, because obviously I want to try and cap them. So yeah, I'm like, don't say anything in global, because guilds do have a what's it called, an issue with this sometimes. If they cancel, they'll actually like throw up all the emojis and start talking in global, and then that will get people to not rally me, which is not what I want. I want them to rally me. So yeah, so I'm basically going to stay here, don't move, don't touch anything. I haven't pulled back my griffon troops, so if they scout me, I still won't have that. I haven't changed my phalanx or anything like that. I don't have wedges on this account, so I should probably unlock wedges, honestly, on this account. It would be nice, but I don't think it really matters. Maybe for the solo trapping, it'd be better if I had some wedges, but they have tested my front line. Unfortunately for them, they're having a hard time getting through my wall with their siege test, because I have such a big wall, plus I got like 4 million siege. I was killing their siege so quickly that they had to do 2 siege blasts just to get through my wall, because the first one obviously failed. So the first one to get through, so they can't really get my front line if they can't get through my wall. So and again, they were sending like big siege blasts, like 250k there. Did he send heroes on this one? He ended up sending 123k tier 4 siege just so he can get through my wall and actually find out what I had in my front line. The good thing about not having antis, they don't need to test you like 50 times, because they can basically test you, and once they see stuff in your infirmaries, they don't have to keep testing you, because guess what? It will be there. So I'm gonna take a look at this. This is the siege blast that the 183k one that failed. You can see I literally took out half his troops in one siege volley there. So once I've actually taken out his actual what's called front line, all my troops will run out and start attacking his siege. But I think my siege took him out before my troops even got there. So that's actually one of the good things about having so much siege is I think this is going to be really fun when I turn into Soul Trap, because again, I'm not in siege gear for this either. So if I was in siege gear, I'd be taking out those siege marches way quicker. I would have like 300% more attack on my siege, so it would be doing quite a bit. So let's take a look at the other one too. So I'm taking out I think 40% of their troops at once here on their yeah. Again, this was the bigger tier 4 one, so there's less tier 2 and more tier 4 in this. So my troops actually did get to there before my siege took it out. But yeah, so if we take a look at my siege gear, this is going to be the siege gear I will be using for the solo trap. Obviously, like I said, it's not worth it to do it for a rally trap, because you have 12 million other troops and only 4 million siege. It's not worth to have the siege gear on there. So take a look there. It's at 297 right now. I could up it a little bit by switching out my Blight Ring, but I was keeping that just for the HP and defense, so my troops actually have some frontline for that. Again, it gives some range stats too, but that's not super important when I'm doing the Siege Rally Trap. I do have this piece. It doesn't have a siege jewel in there, but is tempered up, so I do have, 37% siege attack from this piece here, with 37% siege defense as well, which will, I guess, play a good role when the Pack 5 Familiars hit me, because that's another thing. Pack 5 Familiars will be a thing, so I do need some siege defense and HP, army HP, and all that to help my siege actually survive those Pack 5 Familiars, so I'm not taking too much damage. You can see those are the pieces there. They're pretty much best in slot. There are a couple pieces I could upgrade. I guess I could upgrade this, obviously, up to full mythic, but I don't think it's really worth the embers just for the 2% attack, so haven't done that. The other pieces there, and I guess the best piece would be, I think worm seals are the best siege piece, especially if you can get it to mythic, because again, quite good siege stats on there, 21%, 11% HP, but not going to be doing that either. So again, that's the siege gear. If you want to see the mixed gear I was using, it was my range, which literally has like no range attack. It's only got 150% range attack on there, but 258 cav and 258 infantry. It's more of a 505 kind of setup, but I don't really have a range blast on this account, so the range blast is like 500%, where the infantry is 700 and the cav is was like 650. So that was the gear I was taking in, if you guys were wondering. Unfortunately, I didn't record the last rally, so I don't have that on video, so I can't show you that. I will have another KVK video of me taking some rallies on this account as well. That will be coming out, and probably this week or next week. We'll see when I get that out, depending on the schedule. I do have a bunch more trapping clips this week as well, so if you guys are excited for some trapping, stay tuned. Don't miss the next couple of videos. They're gonna be quite exciting. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.